this residence, we got some new apparel. I'm grinding daily, even days when I ain't feeling well. Man, ain't nobody gotta pay me just to keep it thorough. Just tell them royalty statements keep coming through the mail. I don't ask for no favors, I do the shit myself. I had ambition since a youngin', baby, you could tell. I'm fresh and so clean.
Ready though to keep it coming back.
At all, it's only
been a month.
He just sat down talking about
Just sat down.
He just sat down.
I was like,
I think it feel good today.
I'm
gonna let it heal.
That's funny. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, fellas, we're going to kick this off. We in training camp right now. We already know it's the dog days of training camp. It's week 2. We all remember this moment, walking in the team meetings, dragging and whatnot. I want to kick it off with a little nostalgia. You guys all remember the team meetings when you walked in. Like, what got us through these meetings was, I think you guys remember, rookie shows. Do you guys have a special experience that you guys went through during those rookie shows or, watched during that time?
I was trash. I'll put that out there.
I think I agree with him. I
was trash.
I think my shit was tight.
But there were good shows though. But me, I didn't want to do it. I was still too cool. I wanted to be too cool. I don't know. I waited late. I didn't plan nothing. Procrastinated. Day came. I got up there. I think I sung. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. And tried to get away with that. It would have worked if I was playing for the Rams probably, but I was on the Giants, so
nah.
They wasn't really going to catch it. They was like, oh, get him off the stage.
Yeah, that boo be serious, boy. I ain't getting no boo though.
I had a good experience though. Like just watching. I'm talking about the one I just seen.
Who was it?
Hey, one of my young boys. I was probably my 3rd year. He was a rookie. Lamine, my dog Lamine Barrow.
Yeah.
So he from New Orleans. All right. So we had 2 rookies from New Orleans. He went to LSU. The other cat from New Orleans. They started rapping. I don't know what they was rapping, but they was rapping. It was whatever. They was getting everybody hyped. I don't know if it was Juvenile back that ass up or whatever, but it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
No doubt.
All of a sudden, this is for the Broncos. All of a sudden, and there was a door that led outside of the team meeting room. All right. So, obviously it's stadium style seating. We look down, we see them rapping or whatever. All of a sudden, one of them goes to the door and opens up the door. 2 females walk in and start twerking in the team meeting. It was the greatest rookie show.
Oh, that's
I've
lit.
ever seen. They just had just 2 random chicks from Denver. I don't know how they got away with it, but I don't know if they got permission, but all I know is they probably knew, all right, look, this door, it leads to outside. It's coming, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stand right outside here. And then come in here and then get it popping.
You don't ask for permission on that. You just
you just do it.
That's
wicked. You just do it.
Signs of getting cut. These was rookies?
They was rookies.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Did they make the team?
Absolutely.
Yeah!
One of them did. I think the other one might have made practice squad or something like that.
So they both made the squad?
Every vet was trying to keep.
Rookies.
Nah, they was pros. They was pros for sure.
You're wild.
I really thought about how to go about that question.
What makes you think they was rookies? They came in twerking for a whole team.
For a whole team.
Had to be professional.
Veterans.
100 plus. I'm talking about
I'm just wondering.
coaches and everything.
So nobody.
I said, no, coaches, I'm saying they twerked in front of coaches. They twerked in front of the training staff, equipment staff.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So you tell me nobody got a thumbs up on their rookie show in this room?
I did. I got a.
I'm about to say, I got one too. Yeah. I got to hear that story.
Mine was. I had a good watch one, and I had a good performance. I was nervous though. I was probably like the 4th, 5th one, so I had time to see people get booed, and they just was like, bro, I was really, really nervous. Like you could see it on me. They was like, bro, you just gotta get everybody to sing with you. You just gotta get it. And I was like, all right. So I just ended up doing Burn by Usher. And I was like, it's Burn for me to say this. And I was just singing. And then finally, I got to the point where I was like about to really not know the words left. But then one of the linebackers caught on. And then it just kind of like took and the rest of the room started singing. I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm here, let me sit down. Yeah. So I got on, sat down.
No, that's fire, bro. I remember I got drafted to the Cleveland Browns. I'm with my dog Nate Orchard. He went to Utah. I don't know if you guys remember. He was a DN. He ended up going like late 1st round. And what we haven't shared right now is when you go up, you have to announce your player contract, your money and all that. So I'm like 7th round, 35,000. Nate Orchard get up there. first round, $6.5 million. I'm like, God damn.
And that'd be funny too, because they all, okay. Like,
So we get up there, but we did like a look-alike situation, but the computer systems go down. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna go good. But from my childhood, my favorite song was Nobody by Keith Sweat. So out of nowhere, I'm just, I want your body. And then everybody start, till the very last drop. And then we start singing Nobody, bro. It ended up getting like thumbs up, very similar to yours. Everybody started catching on. The vibe was good. So yeah, that story was good, bro. It was so much fun to go through that experience. But I mean, dog, singing in front of that crowd. I mean, I give credit to artists and rappers and all that do it now.
I
So
know. Actually,
Pressure.
I low key want to share.
I folded
you didn't practice though.
I folded immediately.
I want to share the one that I got to witness, because I think you might have got to see him too. I don't know how good his rookie show was, but Lou Young.
Lou Young.
So Lou Young.
Oh, you've seen his?
Yeah, so Lou, he talked about, I think he was like, I don't know if he went to the Ravens first and then the Broncos, or Broncos then Ravens, and then he came to Carolina. But every single place wanted him to do a rookie show. So he came in and, he did the same thing, like, Lou Young. But you could tell when he first got up there that he was like low-key over it. Like, bro, I really got to do another rookie show. Yeah, like I'm just trying to play. So he got, man, Lou Young, sign bonus, nothing. Emptied out his pocket. And then he started. Then he started just like telling jokes or doing whatever. Then he like started singing. So he just transitioned to like all this stuff, all these different talents that you see him doing right now. But he did that in front of us. And then it was crazy because his rookie show was so good, made everybody laugh, that like every week he was like it was like, hey Lou, like make fun of the coach. So we would make fun of like our DB coach, and like our DB coach used to have like this Xbox controller. That's how he controlled the filming. But he would always just like flick it super hard. So Lou would be like, hey, right here. So flick the controller like hella hard and just do like him. He would do our DC, do our head coach, do our special teams coach. But every week he was doing something that was like super funny. It was
had
good.
him as the jester.
It really
That's
was.
great.
It
Making
really
a joke out
was.
of
Hey, get up there, Lou.
They would.
Make us feel
Yeah, it was.
I was gonna say, the best ones I've seen, impersonations and lookalike.
Yeah.
Those be the best ones. And we had to do it one time, like I think he was an undrafted guy like myself, but I'm a couple years in, and he did Coach T. Boy, you want to talk about funny?
Thought he was about to get cut. He did it so
Listen,
good.
I think that's what be so funny is like, especially when a guy that's not a high
Borderline.
draft pick or borderline, and then you do the impersonation, then you do the head coach. But it was so funny, and Coach T actually rocked with this dude. I think he kind of knew the small school he came from. But those are the best ones to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did that picture shit of me and put hanging with Mr. Cooper. That shit really hot. Oh, that shit funny.
That's hilarious. See, like that's good stuff. Thumbs up. Hey.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Listen, ugly.
That's crazy.
Could have been Mike Tyson. I got Mike
The other one
Tyson.
was Dwight Howard.
Dang.
Dwight Howard? Yeah, I don't know about that.
I didn't see that one either. But the hanging with Mr. Cooper, I guess, was good. Y'all giving it a thumbs up?
Yeah, I'm giving that. That would have made me laugh. So these are the funny moments. Obviously, when you ain't got no more rookie shows, when you come in that meeting, we all know everybody want that bone, and the team start, oh, everybody start howling, looking for the bone. Do you guys got any stories on how coach more or less teed you guys up to get a bone, during training camp, during these dog days?
What you mean by bone?
Yeah.
Like,
you get that day off, or like
he
or
teed
you
up.
like, or you take, or like, yeah, you doing stuff. You have pads on, and he take the pads off.
Yeah, we never really got teed up. He just said it, and then we
Really?
thank God. Yeah.
For real,
Yeah.
that's crazy because we would go, like, you'll go out to practice and then we'll do stretch, we'll do warm up, and then it's like, all right, bring it up. If this field goal kicker make the kick, then we ain't got no practice. Obviously, you hoping he make the kick. Obviously, he's gonna make the kick, but that's how we usually got teed up for a bone and whatnot. But yeah, I was trying to see if you guys had any crazy stories.
Nah, not.
So
not
y'all were
before
just in the
practice.
meetings hollering, just we want one and never got one.
In training camp, on the Steelers, we could expect one, but we never know when it's coming, and if we beg for it, it probably ain't coming. But there would be a day, and we used to hit, so after the first couple of days, we banging. You know what I mean?
Next soul.
Goal line and inside run and all that. Everybody, it's like Coach T could see it, and he'll come out there and he'll get with the old guys. He ain't messing with the young dudes.
Yeah.
He'd be like, pounce. He'd be like, if you hit that goalpost, practice off today.
Say
Goalpost
less.
probably like 40, 50 yards.
That's hard.
It's tough. I'm looking like, now I'm looking at pounce like, pounce.
Do need you.
But if anybody is gonna be pounce, he don't care. He like what? Practice off like that.
Think.
How many tries?
Pink, first one. Take off. Took off to the cafeteria. It was that time, and then there was a time it was raining. We came out there, and it was just, in the middle of camp. We tired. It's raining, but it's one of them days we got to get through it. Coach T was just like, take it to the gym. We went to the gym, did a walkthrough, took the pads off, and
That's
that
love.
was the day.
You telling me that don't sound like prison? You had camp like that? when does camp?
My
go
camps
like
was
that?
the same with yours.
That
That's what
sounds
I'm
nice
saying.
to me.
That sounds crazy.
I mean, when you go to when you sign up for football, I think that's what you sign up for.
Hell no.
I mean, okay, let's compare it then. You talking about Pittsburgh? They've been winning for the last decade? They ain't had a losing record. Chargers,
More than
different
that.
story.
More than that. 20 years. 2
What does a
decades.
losing
2
record
decades.
consist of?
What
do you
Chargers do on a We gotta keep it 100. Are we gonna keep a buck? Or we gonna just lie on TV? Like, okay,
Super Bowl Chargers.
they ain't won one.
say? Hey, man.
Oh,
They ain't made it past the first playoff.
you said it, not me.
We alum of the Chargers. We gotta. The furthest we went, they got
We was
boxed.
free. We was free doing that
But
shit.
that's why they do it for 20 consecutive years.
Have you heard about it? Like the steel beds and all of that shit?
Nah. What's up?
Brick wall.
D3 school. That's really it though. I think it was St. Vincent, I don't know.
So that's where y'all do y'all camp at?
That's where we did the camp at.
Different
And
mindset.
The students, it's camp, so they be just coming back. So you be seeing them. They be at the cafeteria. But I don't know, like, can't be boring normally, you know what I'm saying? It just be us. So, like, at least it be some fans, like some students, and you end up just rapping with people on your way to the cafeteria, on the way
Bro,
to the
I like it. When I'm playing football and I go to training camp, I want to be locked in. I mean, it's
you like some shit that you ain't never did.
because that's what we did at SC. We stayed on campus in a dorm. You remember something Towers, and it was just like that. We had the medals. I understand that, but I like to be locked into what I'm about to walk into.
So you was
like,
locked in college. So
Very much.
When the
Very
girls
much.
came, when the softball,
that was September.
Soccer.
You was already.
that's a lie. That's a
Who was the first girls to come back? Was it
Volleyball.
volleyball? It was volleyball. Hey,
How they know? How they know if
The
he was
camp
locked in?
out.
You know if he was locked in.
Volleyball, quick.
Yeah. The camp eyes. Nah, the camp eyes hit.
Camp eyes.
The camp eyes hit.
What are
Camp eyes is sick.
We might need to tell the people what
Yeah.
camp eyes.
Camp eyes, goggles, whatever you
Alright.
want to call it.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all explain camp eyes.
You the single one.
I
You
mean,
gotta get up out there. You gotta do it.
Stay on it. People
Ah.
Listen, it's
Look.
a natural occurrence, okay?
Camp eyes is when a 3 turns into like an 8. I promise you. You literally have been getting up every day, training your schedule. We broke down the schedule, right? From like 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m.
You see
sometimes
only-
8
you
p.m.
only see dudes.
You only
Yeah.
seeing guys. That's all you see. And then next thing you know, somebody, this like the fans come in or one of them trainers walk by and you like, ooh.
Whoa.
That's my
Like,
speed.
like, you start noticing stuff, and then it's crazy because you got camp eyes. Because once you get out of camp, you like, damn, what was I thinking? Oh my gosh!
Post clarity.
Post clarity.
Like, whoa.
I was.
Like we said, there's something about them weeks of camp, because a day at camp is like a week, bro.
Man,
Dog
A day at
days.
camp
It's
is at least
really-
2-3 days.
it's
bro.
yeah,
At
it's
least. That's why by the third day, you feel like a week has gone by.
you,
You know what I mean?
You
Tired,
So
banged
the
up.
crazy thing is, right? So at one point, I actually had to go. I had the opportunity to go recruit an NBA free agent. All right. So Tim Connolly, right? He was the GM of the Nuggets. So when I was in Denver, like me and him got tight. After you won the Super Bowl, I was in Miami. He calls me and says, "Hey, I want you to come help me recruit Paul Millsap." He said he's one of my favorite players. I said, "Well, what you want me to say to him?" You know what I'm saying? I play football. Like, what you want me to say? He was like, nah, just go and tell him what it's like to win at Denver. So, so he flew me out to Atlanta. We had a meeting with his agents. Michael Malone, the head coach of the Nuggets, was there, right, before they won the championship and all that. So I'm in there just, shooting the shit with Paul, and I asked him, like, yo, what's training camp like? I said, shit, we be done at probably like 3 o'clock.
Oh, there
We be done at like 3. I'm talking about like
People
maybe
don't
8 to
understand.
3.
8 to 3?
Or 8 to 4, something like that. 9,
Just
whatever,
like-
9 to 3, 9 to 4, and they be done. And I'll be like, nah, that's crazy because we be in that thing 12 hours.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more.
Yeah, if you're
More.
If
you
14
behind
hours.
the eight
It'd be
ball-
14 hours, right? For real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or 12 to 12, or 8 to 8,
Yeah.
8 to 10.
But I'm telling you, the younger you are, it's like 6 a.m. Because remember, you can't, like I was talking about, you can't go in that training room with the same time the vets get in there. You got to be in there early. So that's 6 a.m. getting done at like 8, 8:30.
If you're lucky, because you got to study that playbook. If you don't know that
Yeah.
playbook,
They ain't got no. He gave me the whole rundown. We ain't got no curfew on the road games.
Man.
I mean, hey, basketball players be chilling.
Chilling.
Bro,
Chilling.
think about how creative you get. Okay, let's say meetings get out 8:39, curfew at 10. How creative do you get with that hour and a half?
Right?
It depends on what you want to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like that's how
Depending on what you're looking for.
You know, right?
Man.
You know what I
Depending on what
mean?
you're looking
It's
for.
gonna be days where okay, I'm getting my food, I'm going to sleep. It's gonna be days okay, we got.
I'm finna, hey, hold on, I'm finna go take a trip around the corner real quick.
I want to go nap in my own bed for an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, get there, like-
I literally left camp just to go get in my own bed and drove right back. I thought about it on the way back. I'm like, this is actually crazy. I drove an hour to get sleep. I drove an hour to get.
See, that's why I didn't really like that. So my only camp that I went away was with the Raiders. We went to Napa. I wasn't really a fan of that. I'm a fan of just staying in the same, and then because that way I can go hit the crib on a break. And my house is like 15 minutes away, 10 minutes away. So I love that. You know what I'm saying?
You drove to Napa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have
That's a
that
mission.
experience. Every single place that I went to, we was always away. But like I told you guys before, Arizona was probably the best place because we had the hotel was right there. So when I played for them, we just go to the hotel room.
That was the only caveat. I didn't to get home. It was about an hour up that turnpike. Each way.
So you drove an hour to get home. How
an
much
hour
time did you
to
have to get back?
He said, I got
me the timeline
I
on
got
this.
2.5 hours. I'm gonna drive an hour, sleep for an hour.
Yeah, you already know. It's like okay, even if you get a day off, you gotta get treatment. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's true.
So it literally would be. I think if we got out 8:39, I'll push home, get that night, wake up. We'd probably be back around like maybe 9, 10
For the day off. Yeah.
Day
You
off.
a
That was
beast.
worth it to you, though.
What?
On me. I feel you.
Like yeah, that's what I
I'm
mean.
making
Like
that drive.
I'm making that drive.
That jail bed
Can't
hurt.
Be crazy.
It's comfortable at home. Like that Napa shit,
Yeah.
it was nothing in Napa, bro. It was nothing. So you literally in your room or in somebody else's room the entire time. Like,
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
Wofford for Carolina, it was like what y'all talked about in Pittsburgh. He just been killing it, so I ain't said nothing about it.
Right. He going crazy on it, like, you know. Hey, that's what it is.
Well, training camp is as we already know, that's a blessing to curse, but it teases up for what we love to do, which is football. We got to talk about what happened in preseason 1. How we like Shedeur Sanders out the gate. I mean, I know I'm happy for him. What did you guys take in from that highlight tape that he demonstrated in game 1?
To me, what he showed in college is he's poised under pressure. Before the touchdowns or the throws, because I actually seen him miss a couple throws that I know coming up when he hits those, I'm like, man, the game gonna be even better. But I saw him avoid sacks. I saw him have good control with the ball. I just saw him relax back there, and I think honestly, for a 5th round rookie quarterback, I think that's what coaches want to see is you not get rattled when you get in the blitz. I see him check and slide the line to the blitzes and everything. He looks comfortable to me, and
he looked like he belonged.
Looked like he belonged in the TDs that he did throw. Very nice dots, if I will. That one in the back of the end zone, I was like, that's a tough ball.
I think when he gets to 1 receivers, Like if he ever gets the chance to play with them, like he threw a slant that got dropped on target, bullet, and he should have caught it, but he didn't. I think those mishaps for him are gonna be less when the starters come back. You know, he had twos playing with him on top of that, so I think he sat in the pocket, like you said. He sat in the pocket. He made his reads, made his throws. Elusive, like bro, he scrambled well.
Downs.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, man.
I think he took a sack and then learned from it, came back and threw the ball. Like the next one, he got pressured. He threw the ball out of bounds. Like he started managing the game better as he got on. You know what I'm saying? I think he should start. Honestly,
I think it's even more important than one receiver is once he gets that 1-0 line. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cleveland Browns O-line has always been, not always, but for the last decade at least, been solid. Solid.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but like you said, you know, the progression throughout the game, he got better.
He got better.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't let the pressure rattle him. He just continuously got better. And I was watching from the beginning, and at first I was like, okay, you know, he's young, you know, first game, jitters, whatever the case is going on. But as he's, you know, drive after drive, quarter after quarter, I'm like, okay, now he looked good. He looked good.
Bro, I'm behind him 100%. Whether Dylan Gabriel starts or whether what happens with the quarterback room, I'm behind Shador. Like, he showed enough in that first game for me to be like, all right, bro, he got it.
I saw an interesting tweet, and there was a tweet that said, he reminds me of Tom Brady, right? And typically you don't get them comparisons because for the most part you compare, you know, either white to white quarterbacks or it's like, hey, skill set, because obviously he can scramble better than Tom. You know what I'm saying? But I think they talking about because his arm strength, he don't got the strongest arm, and neither did Tom, right? But the anticipation was there, the accuracy was there, but also it's just like maybe they just saw his mindset. And maybe that's what the comparison to Tom is. You know, obviously that's you know, he got huge shoes to fill, but I thought that was an interesting tweet that I seen.
So how much, because I think majority of us are defensive guys. We've all, shared, except you. We've all shared about him getting the O-lineman, him, you know, playing with the one receivers. I mean, it's different when you got Myles Garrett humming on that edge too.
You brought that up.
It's different when you got Jalen Ramsey and he's like the defense one unit is out there. That's a little bit of difference.
For sure.
And I'm asking because we all played preseason as rookies. How much of that is just a confidence booster to get you to preseason 2 to 3 and then obviously prepare you for the season and whatnot? But obviously, you know, when that season comes, those defensive ones is coming as well. So I guess I'm not knocking him. I'm just trying to figure out how much of it can you really tip the hat on, you know, Shador's performance to prepare him to the actual regular season.
So I don't know if it should have, because they just brought out the depth chart again for the second game. He's still fourth string, right? Yeah. So I think that's still warranted. You know, I mean, obviously, I'm not sure what they're seeing out of Dylan Gabriel outside of the higher draft pick and more money that warrants him being third over Shador, but it's all good. I just think it's a confidence booster.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Just continue to stack your bricks and just continue to get better. And then, you know, once your shot comes, you know.
You got to maximize that out.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to share on it, especially because I know I got to pick my words carefully, though, because I was the one that also talked about, like, I feel like the draft spot where he went, right? Remember we talked about this, where he went is comfortable for me. Like, I know that I don't think that he showed enough in college to be a first round or like an early quarterback. Now, also in the same token, he's still better than some of the quarterbacks that went in front of him, right? So I do understand that. But what I will say is the point that you just brought up is what I saw from him, he definitely showed poise. He definitely showed his ability to scan the field, make the right throws, make the right reads. But again, that defense out there is not, that's not the dogs.
The Titans defense is not it either.
You know.
Wait, so you say you don't think he showed enough to go first round, right?
Yeah.
What round, like what evaluation would you have given him as far as grade?
I said he was somewhere between third and fifth round.
Because
that's originally what I said, but it was just tough with certain quarterbacks going in front of him. Like
Tyler Show, right? He ended up playing decent against the Chargers, right? But watching his college tape, like I don't see how outside of intangibles, because I know they go off of intangibles a lot, and they go off of potential, right? Because they look at arm strength, and which is why
upside of the
Anthony
player.
Richardson went top 5 because he's OD athletic. But when you look at his numbers for this whole career, like he ain't never really had a solid season as a quarterback ever. So they look at potential. You know what I'm saying? A lot. So it's like, and maybe that's what it was with Shedeur. Outside of what we don't know about the interviews.
Yeah,
but
so
maybe
that-
it was like, yo, he don't got the strong arm. He ain't that fast. He ain't that tall.
When I broke it down, when I was talking about that, I looked at it for a couple of things. They looked at the level of talent that he played against every week and like what games that he really excelled in, right? Like you got into a shootout with Colorado State, right? Like they're not like me personally. I know I was in the WAC Mountain West. I didn't play against Bama every week. I didn't play against SC every week. I didn't play against these lot more projected first rounders for them to say, yeah, he belongs in the first round or he belongs in the second or third round. My draft status was literally, okay, if he runs a fast 40 time, maybe he can go in the third round. I didn't run it, so I went in the fifth round. And that's just kind of what it was. It's like, if Shedeur, yeah,
Fifth round, I know.
you know what I mean? Like, you know? So, and that was what it was to him. Like, it wasn't really a knock on him. It's just like, even when I look back at a lot of people who got drafted from 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round, unless you really, especially coming from a school that, like, you had to show some crazy intangible ability for you to come from a San Jose State or come from somewhere that's deemed, like y'all talked about Colorado being the game, like, oh yeah, we finna pass stats, you know? Like you gotta now show like the arm strength. You gotta show the measurables.
The measurables.
For them to like wanna draft you earlier. So it was no knock to him, it was just my vision of what it was.
Because he didn't have the measurables, right? Like you look at even past drafts, you talking about competition, but Josh Allen went to Wyoming.
Yeah.
But he had the measurables.
The measurables,
You know what
the
I'm
arm
saying?
strength.
Physical
like,
specimen.
You
Like,
know
he
what I'm
ain't
saying?
playing against no comp either.
And so that's where it came from when I was talking about that. And so that's what I'm looking for. What I will say and what I love about what I'm seeing from Shedeur is I also see a completely different mindset than before the draft. And that's what I think is going to carry him into, you know, like I hope he can make me eat my words that I said before that, like he's not going to be the guy or he's not going to take over eventually in the league. But the way he's going about it, the way his mindset of like what I'm seeing him prepare, how he's handling media interviews, because what you hear about from the draft, him like making GMs and stuff feel like they were less than him and all that, like that's not how he's handling interviews anymore. That's not how he's handling media.
Do you really think that his dad told him to go in and handle those interviews like that?
When he
You
was,
think he's bombing those interviews on purpose? I don't see Deion telling Shedeur to go into those interviews and just bomb.
no,
I
I
don't think
never,
so either.
I've never felt that. My thing is Shedeur just be like, he had his own self-confidence that he's learned from Deion. And it's like, I'm him. Like, y'all see what I did at all these programs? Like, I did this, I did that. That was because, again, I could tell my son all day a bunch of stuff like, and they got their own mindset and their own brain. And so I think he's now at a place where he's like realizing, dang, my dad probably told me, you know, I need to chill out or I need to handle myself this way. But I thought I was bigger than what I really was. And now I'm handling myself accordingly and really putting the right effort in and maximizing, you know, my potential that I have.
When did y'all leave SC?
2014.
11-15.
Okay, because I don't know, I just got a weird comparison, but like a Josh Rosen, y'all probably didn't play against Josh Rosen.
I did.
You did, right? But he still went first round. But when I look at his measurables, I'm sure it's not.
But that was
so it has to be whatever was behind the scenes.
But hold on, that's the other part about Josh Rosen. He go out there and throw the ball like crazy, like him
In the
and his
Pac-12.
But Shedeur would too though. 30-9.
Big 12 compared to the Pac-12 is way different.
it was way
which you
different.
already
And
know.
at that time, because, and then I also know about Josh Rosen because when I was in Carolina, that was his rookie year. So I saw Josh Rosen his rookie year, and same thing, the confidence, right? Again, the quarterback's position is a little bit more made, not to, you know, I'm not really trying to be like that, but it's a white position. That's what they want there. That's what the GMs are looking for. And his receiving core, 2 or 3 of them went to Sarah. So they were straight athletes. Like, Josh is just out there, I'm throwing it, and they going to go make the play. So when he got to Arizona, bro was throwing picks on picks after picks. Like, it was no surprise my rookie year, his rookie year, when we were in games and he was throwing picks is he came out there in practice throwing the ball thinking like we wasn't NFL DBs.
Just go get it.
Like
That's what you said on the Shador, the flip side.
Yeah.
With Jalen Ramsey or
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be good to see, bro.
When it comes to Shador, to me, I'm gonna be honest, and I watched him, and I get the whole the daddy thing,
Nepotism.
you know what I mean? But they're so far apart. Like me, I was born in '92. I barely saw Deion even play. You know what I mean? So when I looked at Shador, I'm really only looking at him as a player, as a football player, and I feel like that's the lens we're all looking at him at. You know, even though prime is prime, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been his own player, and for me, like we brought up Anthony Richardson. Like somebody like that who the potential, the ceiling is super high because of the measurables. I think with Shador, that's what kind of made me like him more, is because it's everything else that makes him good. You know what I mean? It ain't necessarily his arm strength. It's not necessarily his ability to get away or move. It's literally him as a quarterback and what he's able to do when he's handling the team. You know what I mean? And I think it's kind of confusing because it's like, when does the NFL not bet on the pedigree? Like his dad is Hall of Fame. So when do we go against that?
I think they go against it when the measurables ain't the same. His dad was extremely fast, could jump high, athletic,
True.
and he wasn't. So that's probably when it changed. Only
But
when
he's
the
a quarterback.
First,
So
well,
I'm like, it's two different.
You
I
got-
can see it if it's like they're the same position, but it's like he don't got the measures, but he also ain't playing the same position either.
You don't
That's-
have to be that fast.
He doesn't.
yeah, but so okay, so other thing, we can all appreciate, right, the leadership, the intangibles, and other things that we see as players. But a lot of times the GMs are different people that are making these decisions.
Yep.
What does that paper say? What does that result? Like, what are the things that I see? It's not about what the, like for us, what we can see as players. And then you take that point, right?
Yeah.
Some people didn't. There's a lot of people who felt slighted by Prime because of his mouth and the way he is. So it's kind of like, I'm already like your dad. To be honest, I already feel some type of way about your dad.
Right.
Now you come in talking like your dad, but you not as fast. You not, your arm not as crazy. Like you not nothing like your dad. Yeah. So now I'm really finna. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
So I thought, my
No,
bad,
you
just
good,
real
you
quick.
good.
So I had when I was back at phase 1,
Yeah.
it was a cat in there. Somebody he used to train in the Bay, right? But he worked with a lot of different NFL athletes, and he knew a lot of different front office people, right? So he sent me this document and what the scouts or the GMs may go off of, right? So the first page will say intangibles, so character, mental, body type, durability, work habits, right? Total background, and then it'll keep going down, right? So it's 2020. He sent me this clean defensive measurables, all right? So it'll say the position, it'll say the height and weight, it'll say like the 40 time whatever and what round that particular measurable should go in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll say, for example, like an inside backer, right? It'll say if he's 6'4", 260, right? This is crazy, by the way. And he said runs a 4.34, like that range should be first round.
It's an equation.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
an equation.
Yeah.
Then it'll say like a score with an 80, so we got 100, 80, 60, 40, right? But like the 40, the lowest one, it'll say 6'1", 236, which is most linebackers.
5th to 7th.
32-inch vertical, 4.67. That's like a later round pick. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Oh no, my bad. That was a third round pick. That's a third round pick. So apparently some of these, not all, but some of them go by the defensive measurables or these clean. It's a formula.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, this is, hey, we're gonna slot Benet right here.
And I
Our data, bro.
Yeah,
definitely. And I think another thing from these GMs' perspective, and I'm not saying I agree with it as well. What do you see across the NFL? You got
Bunch
Jalen
of
Hurts,
later round
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. That's what the NFL sees, and that's what's successful.
Yeah.
So that's what they're more or less wanting. It's not saying the new phase of quarterbacks, which is a Shador back then when it was Tom Brady. Like they didn't know they wanted a Tom Brady until Tom Brady went off and won 5+ rings.
And that's the other.
So
go ahead, my bad.
no, you good, and I think that's what a lot of these formulas and equations are put together because that's what they want. And I'm not saying again that's the way to go, but it's the unfortunate part about the NFL.
And what's something we heard all the time? it's a copycat league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Have y'all ever been like, at practice and been with the coach, and the coach is going through his normal, spiel, and it ever just dawned on you like, damn, he been coaching longer than I've been living.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of like what I was thinking. I started thinking about how coaches even see us as players or even the game because they've seen it like over
Competitive,
and
yeah.
and over again. So like they literally they do have, preset, preference of what they're looking for their scheme as far as size, height, weight.
I think you got to grow with the game, but
you definitely got to go.
you got to
with
go.
it.
But
So
I think they're human.
But
They
I-
got likes and dislikes.
So
you know
to
what I'm saying?
understand that, right? Y'all know I'm coaching now. The kids that come in my room, like as I have them, I'm like, oh, like a new kid comes, I'm like, man, he's just Hayden right behind Hayden. Like, okay, I gotta now work on this with him. And so you can see, okay, his measurables aren't the same, but the way he plays is just like him. So, okay, like I know how to coach him now. And then you probably, the more you go into that and the longer you are, you feel like you have that set system of what it is. Now, that's where, I think you do have to grow because his mentality may not be the same as his mentality, right? Like you may see this, and this is where I think it goes to the measurables because, okay, I might have got a 6'3" corner that runs 4.6, but shoot, he's 6'3", runs a 4.6, but his agility is insane. Versus this dude, he can't get out his brakes. So I know, like that's where you have to.
Well, to talk about agility, person that has all the tangibles and athletics and shoot, literally just won the Heisman, Travis Hunter. He's played 20 total snaps. He had 10 snaps on offense, 10 snaps on defense. I think he had 2 catches, 1 missed tackle. I mean, can he play both sides of the ball? We seen him.
It's not enough film. It's not enough.
I mean, we celebrate Shador when he goes balls out, but now this person had 20 plays and had 2 catches and a missed tackle in open field. We can't play the double standard.
I
There's
say
no
you
way
do it.
Shador played 3 quarters.
I understand that.
Travis Hunter played 20 snaps. What can you do? You can't do much in 20 snaps. I don't feel like
That's a fact.
you just getting your feet wet.
That's a fact.
You ever been playing in a
I
game
think
and
we
then the
good.
coach come pull you out because it's dime or something? You be like, bro,
You need rhythm.
you need
All you really
Football
do
is a rhythm game though.
Yeah.
Football is a rhythm game. But however, it's like in that limited span in the preseason, the only thing that sticks out to me is him missing that tackle. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
real.
obviously as a corner, you could speak to it. Obviously he folded back potentially for play action or boot or whatever. And once he seen the angle that he entered, it wasn't the best, but at the same time, I think he tried to banana it so he doesn't get cut back inside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like,
He
you
didn't-
got to make that tackle.
He didn't even
He
rap.
took a bad angle.
He didn't even open his arms to rap.
Yeah.
He just thought he was back in college and probably.
got the stick.
I think
And
it's
old
the
boy
confidence
big, too.
booster.
What's his
got
name?
the
Caleb?
Caleb Johnson.
He big.
He's a big guy.
All right,
But I'm
it's
just
gonna be
saying,
different when it's Derrick Henry sitting
Can
back
you-
there, when it's Jameer Gibbs running
so
that
you
ball, or
knocking him off with one
Saquon.
tackle?
I'm a linebacker, so I'm hitting all 4 of those people I just
So
named.
you ain't never missed a tackle.
That's tough.
Come on, tell
I'm
me.
not going.
No, I've definitely missed a
crazy.
tackle, but again, like you're talking about a person that's done it at a high level, that's a Heisman Trophy winner. We all believed and established that he can play both ways. So now you have to demonstrate it. We got somebody on the opposite side, Shador Sanders, that went 5th, 6th round that the world doesn't even believe that he can go out there and do it, but he demonstrates it at a high level. So at what point are you going to give credit to both sides when they go out there and demonstrate it? I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm just like, bro, you have
He's
to,
going to get in trouble.
20
But I could just see.
yeah.
It's the expectation on both sides. Like,
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna just let it be. Like if we just let it
Yeah.
be, I think he can float around out there and be effective. At the rate we want to see, I don't know.
That okay.
We're trying to see interceptions and touchdowns.
Yeah, you know what
I'm
We're trying to see
saying? I don't
PBUs
know.
and
Yeah,
That's
30-yard
what. That's
gains.
what. Okay.
20
to the-
plays on
Yeah,
offense
man.
and 20 plays on defense.
Not
That's
enough.
if you went out there and got 20 plays on defense, that's a third of the entire
20
game.
plays in one position. He got 10 and 10 on
Well,
offense.
then
As a
tell
man
him
who's
to
played a
go.
lot of 20-play games, I hate
hey,
playing
hey,
20.
Then tell him to go play one.
Hold on, though.
Hey, did he take a break in between, or did he go straight from offense to defense, or did he take a break?
Nah, he was like subbed out. He was in like packages. He wasn't.
So it wasn't like
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
offense up, you up, then defense up, you up. He probably took it.
because technically he's a starter
I'm not
at
knocking you.
receiver,
I'm
and then he's a
The
second
backup.
string
Getting
in
them
DB.
feet wet.
But also this is okay. Same thing. Kind of. I think it kind of brings home or gives something to what I said about before. about him, like, and this is what we talked about, right? Like, who is the number one receiver there? It's not supposed to be him.
Brian Thomas.
You know,
we know who that
Brian
is.
Thomas. So again, when you look at, like, Travis definitely guarded some high caliber receivers, right, when he was in college. But just because they were athletes in the teams that they played. So now I think when he goes out there, you protect your asset. You try to say, okay, we're going to throw him out there. He's a starter receiver. Go make a couple plays. Again, I don't know that he's necessarily a gadget guy, but he's just on the field to make people think, right? Now when he goes to play defense, if you miss a tackle, I really don't care. Like, I got you here because I saw what you did to the Carolina receiver, right? Like, when y'all went back and forth and y'all had a battle. Or if I have another guy like the second, like a top receiver, I want to see you give them a battle when I want to put you out there. Like, that's what you're here for. You're not here to impact. I mean, you are here to impact the game on both sides of the ball, but when we see fit.
I can't wait to see what his contract look like.
But the thing is, though, man, you gotta in a situation like that, though, the corner has to be able to tackle too, though.
Definitely does.
They gotta be able to tackle.
That's why
I'm not saying he can't tackle, but obviously, you know, like that is the part.
I'll say I don't want to see him tackle. That's what I got out of it.
But then you can't put him on defense then.
No, you want him to play. I want him to play offense.
Like when I see him,
I want him to play
go up
corner,
make
to be
that
honest with
tackle,
you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to see him stick his shoulder in them tackles for 17 games on RB1s. No, I'm cool on that investment.
Well,
I want to see him play offense, make plays, and if we get in a sticky situation on defense where we know they're throwing the ball, put him out there.
So dime or nickel?
Yes.
I think you put him in on dime on third down.
Yes.
When it's 6+, you bring him in the game and you let him guard the
I
slot.
think he's good enough to tackle in a passing situation.
Yeah.
You put him in with a team that's got a heavy ass run game. I don't know.
I think he's special, like agility, athleticism, coverage wise.
Absolutely.
So I feel you on that. But as a former DB, if you bring him in on, if he has no reps and you just bring him in on dime, is it liability? And where do you put him at, outside, inside?
It depends on like who you putting him on. Because if you trying to bring him in and just say, all right, you gonna go get like
Higgins or
T.
Jamar
Higgins
Chase
this
or-
play, like, nah, that's a liability. Like, I need that groove that you're talking about. But if you telling me, all right, now I'm just going in to stop like the fourth receiver and he's really not one of them factors, like, I can do that for sure. But also to another point, or my thoughts about certain things as a DB, I'll never forget my first time going out there and trying to make a tackle. Wasn't expecting, like, I thought it was college, and it was not college. You know what I'm saying?
Make people miss too.
You know, so and that's the thing that's why I'm not really like, yes, he missed a tackle, but I know they're just looking at it as like, okay, he's our project, or not our project. Like, we trust in him that he's gonna get it figured out.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
You already know the coaching point that following week
Yeah.
is going to be nub side run because that's on tape now.
Yeah.
You know, like
So I'm an OC. I'm trying to get that.
Yeah, you
look
going right back to it
live.
for sure.
nub side.
Oh, I'll never forget.
Or
We
you gonna
played.
force him to make
I think when I was in Arizona, we played the Chargers. I messed up 2 plays. They had a run to me, missed a tackle. Then there was a play action where I went up and then the tight end didn't think about who the tight end was because it was, I forgot what number, but he was the passing tight end. And they like act like they were running to me. Next thing you know, I think the next week we played the Raiders and I had probably like 8 tackles, all nub side runs.
Copycat league.
Yeah, like.
Talk about the Raiders a little bit. I mean, it was tough to watch, but I understand it. Ashton Genty. I mean, 3 carries, -1 yard. Like,
Same thing.
And everybody's going crazy.
I mean, I've heard the
He
rumors.
had no room. Nobody could run it. He had no.
Christian McCaffrey, Saquon, nobody.
It doesn't matter, bro. He had nothing.
It's preseason. All those guys are there. Some of those guys playing even in the first quarter. They're on the bubble. You play in the box and you see Ashton Genty back there. What are you doing? I'm licking my chops.
I'm making a team off this.
If anything, I like that he showed good elusiveness when the
Right.
blitzer, the linebacker came in the D-gap or the safety, and then he made a miss.
make a miss.
That was cool. I was like, all right, but then everybody else had to do their job too. Everybody got a block, and nobody was blocking for him. Or the defense just did a hell of a job.
Yeah, they was crunching those gaps. I was like, that's Seattle ball, that's Raiders ball. That was gonna be a physical
As
game.
soon as I see him in the game, I'm on my
Bro,
phone.
it was a counter. The tight end
Take
didn't
my
even
chance
get
on this
over
one.
there. It was crazy.
Being the offensive guy, like when I'm watching preseason offense, I'm really not even looking for the electricity yet. I'm just looking for the
Are you stepping? Yeah, are you stepping the right way?
Boys. I'm looking for
that confidence to start rising. Yeah.
It takes time, dude. Like, I mean, sure on defense, I think to play great defense, it takes time. But I think in early out, the defense always has an upper hand. I feel like in a football game, just early out until you know the season gets going and guys get a gel. Because you got new quarterbacks like Anthony Richardson. He got hurt. He got hurt because he ain't make the check.
Yeah.
Or he didn't throw it high.
He didn't throw it high.
I
Yeah.
watched it over
That was
time. I
crazy.
watched it over and over. I'm like, dang, somebody let somebody loose. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, I see the back. The back was either supposed to hit him or he hot and he supposed to look and he should have already known. So you know, like, and that type of stuff is going to happen early out. You know, around week 7, week 8. Now you know the vet QBs they coming out there. They seeing looks and they changing everything.
Because that's the big thing that I will say that I've always kind of seen playing and now coaching is that first week of football, especially coaching now, that first week. Because, right, offense goes over there to do routes on air. Like, I'm just throwing the ball. I'm just throwing it. Now, all of a sudden, and they telling you, like, it's a cover 2. He's just going to do this. He's going to do that. Then when they don't do that, it's like, oh, snap. And then once you like, okay, now I know I got to look at him to this, or I'm reading this person. This is what the tell is. And that's when defense, you have to start getting creative. You have to start mixing things up. You can't run the same thing, you know.
We all from Vegas. How did y'all feel about the Raider game?
I'm happy about it. I think
Do we got potential?
Yes.
It's hard to say.
Potential for like what?
Bro.
How much potential?
I don't know bro.
When I say potential as improvement, like I feel like what I did see, I see the improvement. I think Pete is gonna, you know, fill the team up outside of the big names with, you know, good talent that'll be backups and can fill in on special teams and stuff like that. I think a winning culture can start to grow this year.
Yeah.
Maybe not this year, but it's gonna start to grow.
You know what I was impressed with most? Jamal Adams.
Yes.
Oh,
He balled.
Yes.
He balled at
When
linebacker.
I heard
He
him
balled
linebacker?
at linebacker. And there was one play, like, so cool. At one point he blitzed, you know, got pressure, whatever. What I was the most impressed with, as the LBs know, they ran like a stretch or a zone away from him. And I watched him, I actually rewound it. He scraped. He actually put hands on the guard, shocked and shed, and went and made a play. I'm like, oh, they got something.
That in the arsenal.
Do me off.
They got something.
And that's exactly what I mean.
I like
That's
that.
his play style, though.
That's
he
him.
should have
Yeah.
been there. He should have been there. He'd have been still playing, bro.
But
Yeah,
I
he
think
would've-
y'all won 4 games last year? 4 or 5? I think, I love Pete Carroll. I think he's a hell of a coach, right? I just think ceiling is 6, 7.
Yes.
You know
Your
what I'm saying?
confidence-
That's encouraging.
I was
From
saying
4
That is encouraging,
That's
though.
encouraging.
So 6 to 8, I feel that. I don't think they'll go 8 or 9. One of my partners said they're gonna win 14 games. I said, you're
He's crazy.
That's a little over.
But
6 to 8
6
wins,
to 8,
think
I can see
he
that.
got some
The one thing that I think that I want to see them do from me going to the last couple years of Raiders games, I just want to see them play much more physical defense. Like, I used to see Max out there running like crazy. Like, he really
By
playing
himself,
by
dog.
himself. And then I would see, you know, but I will say I did see the DBs, like, you know, ball in air, they would be breaking. Like, they played fast, but it just, like, as a whole unit, just like turned up. I think I went to like 1 game in the last 2 years where I was looking at the defense and I was like, dang, like, really, they turned.
Peter gonna have a turn.
You know, and then to manage the ball a little bit better, obviously.
The AFC West tough though.
Tough. Chargers, Chiefs, bro. Broncos.
All good head coaches, all really good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's an uphill battle.
It is, but I think we'll
It's interesting. Speaking of Ashton Genty, I know one of the Raiders coaches. He came into the restaurant and we was chopping it up. And because when I saw them pick, first of all, I love the player. I just didn't like the pick. You know what I'm
That was
saying?
a little early, but
I didn't like the pick, right? So when I asked him, like, yo, why y'all, you know, because to me a running back is a luxury. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, you put a Saquon on the Eagles team, now that it takes them up to another level. Now they can win the Super Bowl, right? Derrick Henry with the Ravens, right? You know, just different things like that. But the Raiders have so many holes, and they've had holes for a long time. They haven't had a solid defensive back set and I don't know how long. They DBs have not been solid.
Since what,
in
Charles
a bit-
Woodson or
exactly,
something? Like,
right?
yeah.
So I'm like, yo, and we say all we want about
Yeah,
Derek Carr,
even
how he
when I
didn't
was
get it
there.
done. Derek Carr never had a defense, bro.
Yeah,
Never.
even when I was there.
I don't
for
think he's
sure,
like that's. I don't think Derek Carr is amazing, but I'm saying is if he had a defense, who knows? They could have potentially went a little further in the playoffs. I think he went one time. You know what I'm saying? But he
Defense.
said
O-line.
Ashton Genty, he said they tried to trade the pick, but nobody was biting, so they just went with best available. You know what I'm saying? But
Because you need O-line for you to have a running back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't have a running back and then no O-line.
facts.
You know?
Expect him to do it.
Man,
Yeah.
then you're gonna call him a bust if he can't
could
get
have-
a yard.
Yeah.
Good old line and a solid back.
And do okay.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
And what blows my mind is they could have just kept Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Josh
bro.
Jacobs, Devontae Adams,
They
bro.
could've-
Put Geno over there, bro.
They could have kept Josh Jacobs and still had a solid
think
running
they
back
were
because
building,
Josh
yeah.
Jacobs was playing well for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Then they could have used that number 3 pick or whatever they had, and then for somebody else, the fact that they let Josh Jacobs walk was like
Yeah.
mind
That was the year they
boggling.
wanna
Was it-
play
was
running
it-
backs.
Was it? Yeah, it was the
That
year
was
they
that
wanted to play
year.
running backs, and I think he wanted too much. And then I don't even know if they was gonna be able to keep Devontae because they didn't have a quarterback situation.
Yeah, for him.
Like they didn't have nothing like in the works, so he was like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, that's the
Like,
Raiders'
I'm not
management fault. They
Yeah.
need to fix
They coulda
that
kept Josh,
because
though. For sure they
now you
coulda
don't
kept
have
Josh.
a star receiver. Like now,
Yeah.
okay, you got Ashton Genty with no offensive line. I don't know what Geno gonna be able to do. Like
He better lean on Brock Bowers. I'll tell
Brock
you
and
that.
then
I think they're gonna be scrappy.
I mean, I like
Play. I
what
think
Trey
Pete's
Tucker.
gonna find out what he has on this team right now.
who dogs, who leaders,
Who
etc.
I
Yeah.
have right now. Let's get through the year and we'll figure that out. And at the end of the year, we're
The-
gonna build.
I mean,
What-
we got some good free agents out there.
I was about to say
Don't forget,
what I
we
what
got
I
some vets out there.
yeah what I would like to see them do is actively work on trades or free agent pickups during the season. Though that may not help you like today, but you know like oh this is the future.
What
like,
value
the-
do they even have to even offer like trades? Like that's the hard part. Like you just give up your next couple of year first round or third round draft picks, like because that's where
Yeah, that's
winning
it.
teams
That's-
can do. But when you're a
yeah.
losing team, it's hard for you to give up
Yeah.
those
I
picks
think you
when you
gotta
don't
just
have the players.
they're gonna have to lean on drafting well.
I think you
And
have
that's
to.
what they don't do though.
No,
they
they-
don't do that well.
This new
But hopefully,
GM
yeah, hopefully.
With Pete, I think it'll be coming along.
Hopefully
It's
they
either-
do that.
It's either you build for win now or you build a team for later.
One thing I'm gonna bank on is Pete gonna get some talent in there, man.
But that's what I'm.
goes,
He is.
He's gonna bring the talent. in.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it's gonna be free agents, like certain free agents that think like he don't measure well for that, but all I need him to do is one thing.
Mr. Wilkins, why let him go?
I didn't think that was a good sign anyway. Because nah, bro, you gave him $100 million, right? If I give somebody $100 million,
You better be.
they better be getting to the quarterback at a high rate.
ASAP.
Now he was a good 3 technique. My bad. He is a great 3 technique, but I don't think. Just me personally, when you build your team and I have $100 million to spend, I'm not gonna spend it on a 3 technique who may get 6, 7 sacks. That's on some Aaron Donald shit. That I pay him $100 million. You pay $100 million for an edge rusher, $100 million for a quarterback, $100 million for a cornerback, a wide receiver.
Left tackle, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Left
And
tackle,
so
yeah.
like they could have left tackle. My bad.
Yep.
How did
No,
I
you
forget?
good, you good.
But I'm saying, they could have divvied up that 100 and say,
for the team they have.
yeah, they could have divvied up that 100 for Christian, like gave 20 here or 30, whatever. They could have got a better nucleus of players, but I didn't really like that signing to be anyway. Not the player, I just didn't like the signing.
Yeah, it's always tough. But to wrap up the recap from last week, we're gonna transition into preseason 2. We got Colts, we got Green Bay. I don't know if you guys saw. Obviously, Anthony Richardson got hurt within the first, series, and then you got media already pumping out stuff saying that he's gonna be playing in the CFL pretty soon. I'm like, which is crazy.
Nah.
You talk about a top 10 pick already getting projected to go in the
that's
CFL is
the
freaking
fastest
crazy.
signing
But
ever heard.
how do you guys feel about that game? What are we
Bus
thinking?
Conversation could happen though.
The bus,
conversation.
The bus conversation should start. I think it's gonna start getting louder.
Sheesh.
I mean, it's
Because
a
got too much ability, bro.
Yeah.
So it can only be one thing.
it's a put up or shut up league,
So do you tee up Daniel Jones? I mean, he hasn't had a fair shot since the New York Giants. Like, is this his opportunity to get back in the positive light light in general, or we not giving him a
He
shot?
might be Sam Darnold 2.0.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Hopefully, that's the.
I mean,
the
that's why
goal.
you put him in the
Yeah,
2 spot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's why they got rid of Joe
What do you
Flacco,
guys
so you can put
expecting
him.
Daniel Jones to do again?
He can run and throw. That's the only thing I know he can
But
do.
I'm saying, like, you're expecting like him to do anything?
Sam Darnold 2.0.
Yeah,
Come over
Sam
there
Darnold
and
2.0. Like
get
you
his
get,
career
you
back
get
on top.
He gets to
it's a
refocus,
revamp.
reset.
Yeah.
Like this is
You had to sit behind. Like another thing that we have to also understand when they do to these rookie quarterbacks, you don't get to learn from nobody. When they put them out there, like you
Facts.
literally out there making all the mistakes your first time. But when you get to go sit behind somebody and you get to see the coach yell at him, "Don't do this. We told you to check this." We get now. Oh, I got a mental
less.
note, right? So now I can go do that.
You know what I would have liked to see Daniel Jones just in Minnesota a little longer. Here's why, right? So Minnesota's head coach.
You mean Giants?
No, he went to Minnesota after
He
that.
did?
Yeah, he got cut from the Giants and then picked Minnesota.
Oh,
picked him
you
up.
are right. He was.
They
I do
picked him
remember
up.
that. Yeah.
So
yeah.
their head coach is what's his name? Whatever.
the skinny tall dude.
But anyway, he came from the Sean McVay tree. Okay. And as of late, with just the trend I've been seeing, every quarterback that comes from the Sean or that gets coached in the Sean McVay
They
tree,
be
Baker
sweet.
Mayfield, Sam Darnold was in.
all revived. Yeah.
They all revitalizing their careers.
Golf.
Kirk
You know what I'm
Cousins.
saying?
Yep.
Right.
Matthew Stafford.
Golf.
Jared
went
Goff.
crazy when he
yeah.
went to
You know what I'm
Detroit.
saying? So what I'm saying is like I don't know what they got going on with that Sean McVay tree.
It worked, though.
but it's working because look at Baker now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Sam last year, right? So
When got paid.
now I'm not sure if that was enough time for him to learn and whatever, but I'm not even sure if the Colts head coach, he might have came from the Eagles tree. I'm not really sure, but whatever they doing over there, you know what I'm saying? They figured it out, and I think because of that, I think JJ McCarthy gonna be solid, but Daniel Jones, I don't know.
He got the targets, bro. He got Michael Pittman over there. Like you got that young receiver Alec Pierce over there. You got the running back JT Taylor.
They got the tight end, the new tight end from the Penn State.
Oh yeah, the new rookie
Yeah.
tight end. He looked solid too in the
solid.
preseason game.
receiver over there.
AD Mitchell.
AD is it
AD
AD
Mitchell.
No, they got talent.
They got
Texas.
pieces over
Yeah.
there, and that conference ain't really that strong with other than Houston, but
Yeah.
Jacksonville, like
Tennessee.
They really always, for a minute, have been a good quarterback away from being
The Colts?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
playoff.
Yeah.
type
Absolutely.
team. Even when I was there for the short stint, I was actually shocked. I'm like, this is a talented team. Like defensively, O-line, it's got a good nucleus of guys. Like all they really needed is a quarterback. When I was there, it was Phil, but it was the end of Phil's
Yeah.
run.
They be on the bubble. Didn't they get the 14th pick? They picked in the mid round last year.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
They
like
be
let you know,
solid.
like they
they hunting.
They're close.
Well, talk about closing, like teams getting over that hump. What about Green Bay? I mean, I like Jalen. I said Jalen, Jordan Love over there. They got an elite roster of receivers between Reed,
Jacobs over
Wicks. Oh, Josh Jacobs is over there. Like that conference is heating up to be a strong, dominant conference for sure.
I think they're still trying to find their identity, man.
Yeah.
Yard just left, and I feel like that's been their identity for a while. Like I can't even see them in any type of light without.
Do you
Aaron
see a
Rodgers.
Jordan Love almost not taking over that shadow of AR, but like stepping into his own shadow now because he's starting to win games. He's starting to create that highlight tape of himself, which is cool to see.
You either take it over or you live in the shadow. 'Cause I feel like
Yeah,
that's
that's
just
real.
He's got to take it over.
I think to me, I think he regressed just a little bit last year. You know what I'm saying? I think this team should be Josh Jacobs, lean on Josh. Now,
Yeah.
Jordan Love is a good player though.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player. I don't see him like taking over and having that lineage like, how they had Brett Favre, then Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love, that's them tough shoes to
That's
fill.
tough shoes to
Right.
fill.
I think Jordan is good though. I think he's solid. You know what I'm saying? I think they should lean on that run game, on that defense. I don't know why they got rid of Jair,
Jair, I'm about to say that
was
because
crazy
you
to me.
definitely need a defense for him, for the quarterback, for the situation. When you have a quarterback that's won you so many games and you let him go and now you're giving it to someone else, you gotta go get that defense to say, okay, you gotta win this games now. Like it's your turn,
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be fun to see now. We got a really cool matchup. We got the New York teams going against each other. The Giants, the Jets. We got Justin Fields versus the rookie, or may Russell Wilson maybe, do his debut. But Yeah, would love to see what this matchup looks like. What do you guys think is going to happen in this one?
Hey, Giants' defensive line is crazy.
Abdul
Giants'
Carter,
D-line is
that's my
dumb.
rookie of the year. Everybody know it. That's my rookie of the year.
I didn't think he was
I
playing,
low
bro.
key got the Giants being a sneaky team this year.
Same.
The Giants?
Because
Sneaky. What can mean a lot though?
No,
It
that's
can mean
what
a lot. It can mean a lot.
sneaky could mean 6 wins, sneaky could mean 8, 9. You know what I mean? But I just think Russell's going to provide the stability that he does, leadership. I think that's exactly what that team needs.
Yeah.
I think the defense is strong. I think they got weapons. I really like Malik Neighbors. Like, I really
He's
think-
fire.
I think he's
Yeah.
one
He's fire.
of the guys we're going to be talking about in these next upcoming years. And I think him and Russ connect up.
Who's gonna be the number 2 though?
The number 2.
Receiver. Is it Darius Slayton or is it? I mean, who?
Can't be Slade.
I mean, you know, who
It
else?
may be.
Jalen Hyatt. Hopefully Hyatt.
Oh,
Hyatt.
yeah.
Hopefully
Hyatt.
Hyatt.
From Tennessee, the
I hope he.
speed guy.
You know what I'm saying?
I
What
think
he ran 4.3, 4.2 or something like that.
he fast,
Yeah,
bro.
fast.
I think they're doing joint practice this week too. How was y'all? I guess
Yeah.
remembrance
I
of
love
joint practices, bro.
I
Like,
love that shit.
I hope it's a lot of animosity building up between Sauce and Malik. That's
bro,
what
that's gonna
that's
be a
all I want.
matchup.
I like
Sauce
what I
Gardner versus
I
Malik.
like
What's your thoughts on him?
With them
Sauce?
Russell
Yeah.
throws.
You like Malik with what?
I
with
think-
Russell throws? Yeah. That's gonna be.
I think for shutdown corners that I've literally seen, nah, he don't do that. Like he's not.
That's a
the
Patrick Surtain type.
Yeah,
grabbing a lot.
Yeah, but so again, like
is
there
hard,
are
though.
DBs that be like, you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah,
That's
so
hard. A lot of hands
I
in
It's hard.
you know,
It's- you're right.
I respect it. I give it to him. But yeah, for the caliber of like Pat Surtain, when I seen Pat P do what he was doing, like certain it's not that. But I like his game. I just want to see. I just want to see some trash talk from him a little bit. Like he be super chill.
They be losing. It's hard to trash talk when
Yeah,
you losing.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hoping for right now. That's what I'm hoping
What did
like.
you say?
Is Justin Fields the guy for them?
For the Jets,
Listen, man.
Okay, we got to break down what does the guy mean?
Right.
The person that's going to take you to the Super Bowl? Absolutely not.
the
Absolutely.
person that's starting, yeah.
He's starting for the Jets. Are they gonna do anything?
No.
Y'all don't think that coach is gonna change the culture over there? He did well in Detroit. They had a good pedigree of coaches over there. You think the Jets just gonna be trash forever?
I think the little run that they had is over. To be honest, not trying to do that to Justin Fields, but
Are they gotta lean on their backs though, because don't they got that big Braylon Allen or something?
Bro, they got Braylon Allen, Brees Hall.
But I heard- I actually read something
Garrett Wilson still at wideout. They defense is
yeah,
nasty
I
with
heard
Quincy
something that
Williams
Brees
and
Hall might
Jamian
be on the,
Sherwood, bro. Like they got a squad. Robert Saleh put together this team, but he about to revamp it and mold it the way he wants to. Like it's
7-8 wins.
I read something somewhere not that long, like literally a couple days ago.
For the Jets?
I give him 5.
Reaching?
Is that a reach? Exactly. That's why I said that.
that conference is tough too. You got
Yeah.
New England, you got Buffalo, and you got Miami.
Miami.
You got to go hunt.
7,
Is
8
New
wins
England
is the
still New
reach.
England? You still look at them like New England?
That running back over there, nice.
Cold.
He took
Travion
that 100
Henderson.
yard,
Yeah,
that kick return.
Travion Henderson.
Henderson.
From Ohio State.
You're not running to the Super Bowl though.
Nah,
Not no more. Not in this
Not
past
even
half
running
of
to
the
the
year.
playoffs.
he might be my rookie Bucky Irvin this year.
I might pick him up on fantasy though.
No, definitely, definitely.
I'm gonna pick him up now.
Oh, you do fantasy?
Yeah.
You do fantasy?
You
I love
see him
fantasy.
crib?
What's up?
I
You
gotta
trying to
get
join
in
the
it.
athletes group chat
I'm with
fantasy?
it. Oh, I'm with that.
Yeah,
I love
let's
fantasy.
Yeah,
I'm
we
all
gonna
in.
we gonna record everything,
I
so
love
we gotta have
fantasy,
your
bro.
all right. Say
I've never
less,
been
say
on-
less.
Never get on. My first time ever playing fantasy was a year we won the Super Bowl. I was playing in the lock. Nigga, I was setting my line up before we went out there, bro. I was wilding. Yeah. I was setting my line up, bro.
He was putting the Broncos defense out there.
Hey,
like,
me.
hey, we about to
And
activate.
that was my first time, and I really like judged it off of the training camp because I saw Peyton Manning, and I was like, oh no, he in a decline. I'm not picking him up. So
Yeah.
I didn't pick up Demarius. I didn't pick up, you know what I'm saying?
He already knew what time
I
it
knew what it was.
He
And then
over there
one
hyping
time-
his homies up
one
like, you
time-
should get Demarius, you get
Yeah.
Peyton.
And
Like,
the second game we played against, and our defense was cold, but we played against the Chiefs, and I was like, all right. And I had Jamal Charles, so like, I'm gonna sit Jamal. Because, like, he ain't going to do nothing against
No.
us. He went off, though. That nigga went off. He went off. I was like, damn. He went off. Yeah.
It definitely be
You're
like.
snitching on yourself right now.
Talk a little bit about that, man, because, shoot, speaking of joint practices, when I was on the Niners, we did a joint practice with Denver, and I'm playing tight end, so I'm out there looking at Von Miller and what was the other guy on the other side?
DeMarcus?
Yeah, DeMarcus. And just talk about that.
that
defense.
that was a
defense
Super Bowl year then.
Even
Yeah.
the interior, Wolf and
Malik
linebackers,
Jackson.
the
Yeah, no, it was
Malik.
special, man. Honestly, we was, and I didn't really necessarily know what we had because 2014, that's when Kaqib Talib, T.J. Ward, you know, DeMarcus Ware came, and then we ended up losing in the second round to the Colts. And so the next year, though, that's when Wade Phillips pulled up on us and like changed everything
It was a wrap.
defensively. Like we went to a 3-4, and it was just nasty. Like our offense couldn't block us, and that's when I was like, oh, we got something special.
That
We was
D-line
do-
made it easy for us.
Oh yeah, no, we was dogging.
It was,
Yeah,
it
it
was-
did.
I
It
was
did.
watching.
It was nice.
I was
Von
watching.
Miller
It was nice.
at practice. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it was nice. We was
was
dogging the offense, literally.
We was
Oh, I
up on the
believe
tight
it.
ends, like looking at
I
coach,
believe
like,
it.
Yeah,
we
What
good.
you
Yeah.
want us to do?
Yeah.
Huh?
Say something. I
Keep
wish
that-
you
keep
would.
that shit. You go block him then.
Well, I'm gonna bring us back because we got a prime time game. You got Bengals versus the Commanders. We already saw, Joe Burrow and, Chase connection going on for a touchdown. Jaden Daniels is going to come out there and get some reps in. He's probably been the most hyped rookie last year, and now he's making his second year in the league. How we feel about this matchup? I think it's going to be electric on both sides, truthfully.
Commanders gonna go crazy.
Joe and
Really?
Chase look like they're ready for a stellar year.
Oh, my gosh. They just got to
They do.
avoid the injury bug, and they are going to be
They're
dangerous.
looking like one of the next duos that we're gonna be talking about for a while. The stuff they can do, the stuff Jamar can do. It kind of reminds me of like maybe I'm early,
Chase Brown.
like Big Ben Antonio. That's kind of what I see.
But what
I
about
mean, to me,
the defense?
Bengals,
Yeah.
Yeah, those DBs is
they chips on defense.
Chips on defense.
They got to put up a lot. of points.
why all they
points.
D linemen just don't want to play no more? Are they just not getting paid and
They're
stuff?
not
like, what's,
paying. Yeah, because Trey. Yeah, I don't know what they
you
doing.
know,
over
like
there.
they just like, well, I'm gonna just retire then. Like what?
I don't know what they got going. I don't know why
I
they paid
mean,
$200
I
million.
think I think one of the smartest things that was done was T. Higgins taking that, getting paid. Well, he didn't take as much money. He stayed there, right?
I think that was
I think
smart
that
for
was-
him.
Yeah, I think that was smart
They
for
paid
him.
that
for the
triple
offense.
crown dude the max.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's like, all right, cool. I can go somewhere else and get paid, but now everything can fall on me, or I can enjoy
But
my
from an
day.
organization standpoint, from a salary cap, from building a team, was that smart to have $200 million? No, it's never been done before in history.
Bro, they got all the money is between those three players:
Yeah.
Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar
Oh.
Chase.
Should have split that up. Even though
He
T
definitely should have.
is definitely
A piece. He's definitely that piece.
one of those high number 2 receivers, like could be one on
Yeah.
the cusp. So like I get them one to keep him, especially with Joe. That probably makes Jamar a lot more dangerous having him on the other side. But like you said, if you trying to build a team, and I can't lie, seeing Cincinnati with no defense kind of just it rubs me the wrong way. I'm like,
Yeah, because you know.
They might
You
Man.
know.
do that.
You know.
Yeah.
You
They
know what I'm
cook,
saying?
Well, the person I keep trying to figure out is why they not paying Terry McLaurin. He been there since the beginning before this run even happened.
Bro, he might be asking for too much.
What's asking for too much when you were there when they were down and you were there when they were up, and you was a part of the reason they went up. You know,
Chase
like
getting 33 a year.
I think
33,
Terry's
34.
in that. He's in that unique situation where he's at a certain age, and he's played a certain caliber, and he's played it with this team. I think it's just tough for him right now.
So
for
we-
him and the organization, like yeah, they could,
Timing.
but like, are you
Think
gonna
time,
bet?
Timing.
think the time is off?
Yeah, it's kind of
But
off.
why you think the time is off?
I don't
Well,
think.
because you see what Jaden Daniels can do, so you got to prep for that. You like what Brian Robinson is doing in the backfield, so you got to sit
But
like.
give Jaden Daniels something. He needs it.
Facts.
But
Yeah,
also,
he
it's
does.
I
also
agree.
it's also a timing thing of like
I don't want to see him.
when you pay certain dudes at a certain age, and then that production that you was expecting, it starts to dip down.
I think
That's the,
I mean,
that's
his
the scary
product-
part about it.
He's what 28.
What year is he
29?
in? Yeah, is he
Yeah, he's
I think he's close
you know
to
they
30.
yeah they get
At
close
what
to that.
point do you give credit to these individuals that weathered that storm in the bad and then obviously produced in
based
that
on the
time and then
GM.
produced in it? Like,
see,
that's why I'm like, I
based
agree
on
with
the
the
GM.
age. I mean, from a business perspective, but then it's like when are you gonna give the man his flowers from being here from the dark days to now the good days? You
But
know,
that's-
because
you-
there's nothing else out on the market either.
True. You just said business.
Yeah,
You just said business.
That's- yeah.
So ain't no like, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. But business wise, you look at
This
these
rookie playing
spreadsheets.
for $700,000.
you know what I'm saying, man? They get it. Like, it's
He
really
ran
serious.
faster than you. All right.
faster than you. He ran.
Yeah.
So do you trade him as the GM? Do you just take away the value and just go get you a couple of?
I'm gonna pay him, me personally, but
I'll pay him.
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
pay
leave
him.
McCaffrey after that if you let him
Yeah,
go?
I would pay him because he don't really have
Second
nobody
year.
else.
Yeah, who
I'm
you
not
got?
saying that no disrespect.
No,
But
facts.
that's the thing though is they probably like, look, we want to pay you. We just don't want to pay you. It's the same thing with Saquon.
Yeah, probably don't want to pay him as much.
Like
As he
I know
deserves.
we technically need you. I know you good, but this the number we got, and it's like
but if you're in win now mode, you pay him.
You
right?
pay
Are
him.
they in win
Yeah.
now
They're in
mode?
win
I
now
think
mode.
so.
Because they went to
Yeah.
the NFC
They're
Championship.
in win now mode. They have to. You
Okay.
gotta pay him, but I think he's asking for DK money, if I'm not mistaken.
What's
he's
DK
asking
money?
For like that 30.
What's the
What is DK
Yeah.
money? I'm not disrespecting DK. What is today? What is
Is it
DK money?
33.
I don't know. He said, "What is DK money?" I don't know.
What did Jabbar get a year?
And same thing. I think the Steelers kind of shocked me with that one. And I look at the numbers. Okay, I was like, I get what y'all seeing. I get what y'all seeing.
hey, 33
I
a
like
year.
DK.
33
I'm like,
a year
but
for
that-
DK?
for that
DK, 33
number,
a year.
I was like, I don't know.
So they traded for him and then they paid him. DK, right?
So yeah.
So give Terry like 27 with some incentives on the back end. You know he gonna crush him anyway.
He gonna crush
What you gonna do? Stop him if y'all gonna go to the playoffs with him? Like, bro, just put some incentives in
But
there.
but you know that's
he
the
won't
hard part
guarantee
though.
money.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Give
saying.
him his 27 a year. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna take less, but I'm gonna guarantee your whole contract.
Yeah.
On the simple fact that y'all ain't had a quarterback, y'all got one now, and that's his guy. So I feel
Yeah.
like you low key need to for y'all to kind of just keep going the place y'all been going.
Yeah.
I think you keep that.
But you know what
Let
it's
that
gonna have
build.
to stand on though, is Jaden's gonna have to be like, I don't care what y'all do, I want him.
Yep.
But is he able to do that right now? He's a second-year player. Can
Yeah.
he
That's what
go
I'm
upstairs and be like, hey, I need him.
Probably
Yeah.
now.
If
Probably,
Commander's
pro-
QB
probably
doing what he
now.
doing,
Yes. Yeah, because he just took him to the NFC Championship game and they ain't been
As a
there.
rookie.
It's my team.
As a
now.
rookie, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a second-year player we talking about, going upstairs to the GM.
His
like,
mom
hey,
probably
I need
doing
him.
it.
If I'm the
It's tough.
GM,
It's
and
tough.
His mom probably
It's you know what's tough about it, right? Is who's really, because we all know this, who's really getting the praise? Because now is the OC, is the head coach, or other people saying, well, we got you there. Like we put you in the like, yeah, we made the play calling for you to do this.
Bro, did y'all see the balls he was throwing to Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
he
talking about
still has
Terry
to-
is a speedster.
He do got to do it, but you know, but y'all know in this
Ego.
business,
Bro,
like,
ego.
yeah.
Egos.
I wanted the Steelers to get him.
Okay, if you don't want to pay him, who your wide receiver 2, that's gonna be number 1.
McCaffrey.
Debo Samuel?
That's a running back.
For sure.
Do you know, like, no disrespect, but bro, it's a running back. Like,
He ain't no number one receiver. I don't think he's ever been a number one. Was he a number one at one point in San Fran?
In San Fran,
Before they got Brandon
yeah,
Ayuk.
he was the number one
Target.
target. I'm not gonna like because he got
That's
the
the
ball
best
so
way
many
to
ways because
put
he got sweeps, he got the ball like out of the backfield.
Nah,
Like
because he's nice. So
He's
it's,
nice.
it's hard to say. I think he kind of changed the game a little bit. I mean, there's been guys like him, but he kind of was like a faster like Anquan Bolden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he may not be necessarily wide receiver 1, but you want him out there.
but that's I
Hey,
remember.
and Anquan was cold now.
Cold.
Yeah,
Anquan was
because
fire.
I'll never forget. I was
He might
talking.
not- He ain't Anquan to be
But he a
honest.
faster. I get what you're saying. He's faster.
He's faster, and he can do
Not as good as
some
hands.
of the
but
physical things that Anquan could do.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of a
That's a good comparison.
But that's what I heard. You know, San Fran fans saying they were literally like, he's not a receiver, but he's our number one guy. Like no matter what, like we gotta find ways to get him the ball.
he could hoop, bro. He can hoop.
Put the ball in his hand.
Speaking of, they need McLaurin.
Yeah, like you have no other option. You can't trade for nothing because
think we
nothing's
give him
out there.
guaranteed
Like, like
I think they both know. Like it's like they know they probably don't want to shoot themselves in the foot with paying him because they are building, even though they're up and coming. They're still building, and they probably still gonna need that money at some point in time. But
bro, if I'm a GM, you already know everybody's just a tradable asset anyway. So if you pay him, you can trade him.
So then why why not front load him then?
Yeah.
Because if you need the money at some point, if you front load the contract, you give them the more typically they like to back load it because they want to get rid of you.
Yeah.
But if you do front load it this year, make the first 2 years a little heavier, then it's a little, another team can stomach
Prediction
that
drop.
trade. Another team can stomach the trade if the money goes down in year 3
It'll
and 4.
be-
And then also you can pay somebody else because
They act like they don't
you
have ways
definitely
around it.
can
They do it all the
that.
time.
I just would wonder what that cap or how much of it is paid already.
because the reason they backload the
That's
contract
what I was thinking.
You got
is because they give you a
J-Man
signing
knows your running
bonus.
backs.
They give you a signing bonus, so that's the heavy part. Then they low salary, and it grows incrementally, right?
I never got paid, so I
Yeah, I
don't
know.
But
But
it-
the signing bonus. I don't
okay,
know
my
what it
bad.
feels like.
Got that 35,000. That was it, man. That was it.
I got the rookie contract, but that next one, I don't know about that next one.
If you want to talk about it, I'm down to listen.
Yeah, that next contract, I can't help you with that one.
I'm over here like, yeah. Just saw people's contracts. That was it.
Woo, that was a good one.
Yep, over the cap. I went there, and I was like, oh, that's how he did that.
Fresh and some clean.